We had just finished watching a show and we were on our way for him to go to bed. I was holding his hands which were above his head, he was in front of me, and we were singing something and kind of dance walking down the hall when he suddenly stopped dead in his tracks and was trembling so badly, I had no idea what was happening. I kind of chuckled and said, "What are you doing, silly?" My usually articulate son was pointing down the hall and stuttered out, "Monster." Mind you, a split second before this, we were laughing without a care in the world. No child at the age of 3 has the capacity to go from that to absolutely terrified in a split second as if they plan to just freak you out, so I know he was actually seeing something. I know you like to run a clean show, but I'm going to tell you what I said verbatim and you can decide whether to use it as is or edit. After he pointed and said monster, my mama bear kicked in and I did the one thing they tell you never to do. I confronted whatever was in our house. I yelled out, "Get the fuck out of our house. You're not welcome or invited. I will follow you through the bowels of hell if you continue to threaten my child." Looking back, I can't believe I took such a risk, but my son was my whole world and it was obvious this thing was targeting him because I couldn't see it. I didn't think, I just acted. My son visibly relaxed, so I knew the entity was gone. Needless to say, he slept with me that night. I wasn't going to let him out of my sight. The next day he was his normal self, so cautiously we went back to our routine. He didn't dwell on it, but I haven't stopped thinking about it in almost 3 decades. I have no idea what kind of horrifying thing he saw was. Whatever it was not good because of his reaction, and after seeing what he perceived as a grandma-like figure in our kitchen that did not upset him, I can only conclude this entity was some kind of evil. I've had experiences with the paranormal myself over the decades, and as I said, I tried to be aware of anything happening with my son seeing things. He used to have prophetic dreams, not about major world events, just little things that he'd tell me about that would come to fruition within days. Other than that, thankfully he didn't mention seeing any more entities. To gain more understanding, I wish I could have seen what he saw in our hallway. To this day, I don't know what it was or why it was there. I can only assume my son was like a beacon being so young and innocent. I'm just glad my actions that night didn't backfire and cause even more events like it. Thank you for reading, and if you have any insight as to what he may have seen, I'd be open to getting some resolution. Love the podcast and appreciate you taking the time to read this. I have other experiences not quite so terrifying if you're interested. I'm just relieved to know there's some good mixed in with the horrifying events in our lives.